11Alive News at 6 p.m. starts now.
Well, good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Angelina Salcido. We begin tonight at 6 with a weather impact alert for potential strong storms heading our way. Governor Brian Kemp issuing a state of emergency in preparation for those storms. Now, storms are currently in Alabama. Want to take a live look now at a camera in Birmingham. Dark skies over the city with Midtown Atlanta on the opposite side. Meteorologist Danielle Moss is joining me now, and I understand that we just got an alert in right now.
Yeah, exactly. Literally less than 5 minutes ago, they have now issued a tornado watch for portions of northwest Georgia. That's because these storms are very strong as they are approaching the area. Here is a look at our satellite and radar. You can see this large low pressure system that stretches very high up into the Midwest, all the way down past New Orleans, and the strongest of the storms moving through Mississippi and portions of Alabama as well. We've seen several tornado warnings, even a confirmed tornado near Tuscaloosa within the last hour or so. But as we take a closer look here at home, we are mostly dry. However, that is going to be changing very, very soon. This is a live look from our tower cam. You can see how gloomy it is. You can see that nice little bounce that it has on the camera because those winds are picking up. Currently, it's 77 degrees and it feels like 79. That's going to play into some of these storms as they arrive. Here's what you need to know. Saturday night, that's tonight, until Sunday morning, we are anticipating high winds and the potential for some tornadoes. You need to know your safe place. It's very important. This is not very often where we see that we are in a level 4 here, very close to Metro Atlanta, or a level 3. What are our main concerns for these storms right now? It doesn't matter if you are in the level 2, 3, or 4. We are unfortunately looking at a very high wind event at the very least. Trees could come down, power could be out, and yes, we could be seeing a few tornadoes. Here's a look at your storm threats. Our main storm threat will be those strong winds to that heavy rainfall. When these storms roll in, we could be seeing some really heavy rainfall. There is a wind advisory until Sunday morning. Winds could be gusting upwards of 30 to 40 miles an hour. And those warm temperatures, unfortunately, they're going to feel those storms as they arrive. Currently outside, it's 77 degrees. As we put this forecast track into motion, around 10:30 in northwest Georgia and in west Georgia near Carrollton, those storms will be arriving. 2 a.m. here in Metro Atlanta, that's our target point for the worst part of the storm to arrive. This storm system does look like it's moving pretty quickly as it pushes across the state. And it looks like we'll be completely done with it all by 6:30 a.m. on Sunday. And then we'll have some wraparound moisture that will be lingering on. I'll time this out a little bit better for you coming up a little bit later on the newscast.
Danielle, thank you. And ahead of the severe weather, people across Metro Atlanta are bracing for this storm. The city and Georgia Power ready to jump into action even in the worst case scenario. Our Chase Howell sat down with Mayor Andre Dickens and the energy company to help walk you through what you need to know and how you can protect yourself as well.
Flooded roads, trees on top of homes, and down power lines are just some of the things we've seen as a result of severe weather over the last month.
We want Atlantans to not, take this lightly. We want you to be prepared, and if nothing happens, so be it.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says the city has partnered with multiple agencies to respond as necessary ahead of Saturday night's storm.
Atlanta Fire Rescue Swift Boat Rescue Team has been prepared. We've got extra staff on hand to be able to be there in case of a rescue that's needed. We've also got our forestry team ready with AFRD as well as Parks and Rec to be able to cut down trees that may impede people's ability to cross the road.
Another agency the city is working with, Georgia Power.
Just be safe. That's the most important thing.
Matthew Kent works at the power company. He says outages should be expected if the forecast stays the same.
So we do have a mutual aid agreement with not only Alabama Power and Mississippi Power, but also third parties that we can call in if the damage does get to be too much.
As for who will get the most immediate attention when it comes to restoring power,
there is a major impact in one area, more crews will go there to make sure that we get the most number of people restored to power first.
Now, what if a tree falls down in your neighborhood and you're without power, but no one is hurt? Mayor Dickens says that's a call for non-emergency.
911 is when there's an emergency of a medical emergency, a fire, or any kind of crime that's taking place. We want the lines to be reserved for that. If you have something like a downed tree, flooding that you're seeing, use 311 for those type of calls.
And as always, make sure you have multiple ways to get weather alerts and updates as the storm moves through the overnight hours. Reporting in Atlanta, Chase Howell, 11Alive News.
In about 2 hours, several shelters across the state will open in anticipation of severe storms headed our way tonight. If you do need a ride, some have transportation pickups starting at around 6:30. For a full list of those shelters or to track the storm's timeline, text IMPACT to 404-885-7600. We'll send you resources straight to your phone. After the storm passes, let us know how your neighborhood looks. Send photos to the number that's on your screen right now. Just include your name and location. And we are going to be having around-the-clock weather coverage right here on 11Alive Plus. Our Weather Impact team will be streaming tonight beginning at 9 into Sunday morning as these storms move through. Watch, stay informed, stay safe, of course, with 11Alive Plus. Download it on your TV and watch for free. Well, right now, Atlanta crews are working to repair a water main break at Peachtree Road Northeast and Delmont Drive Northeast, causing temporary water outages for residents and businesses. We're told by residents in the area that they lost water at around 11 this morning and are told to expect repairs to be completed by 8:30 tonight at the earliest. We'll, of course, keep you updated as soon as we learn some more information about that. Well, 1 year after the death of Army veteran Christian Collins inside the DeKalb County Jail, his family and community members came together today outside of the courthouse demanding justice and accountability. Collins died after what officials called an apparent overdose, but surveillance video shows he went 4 hours without medical attention. Last year, 45-year-old Tobias Woods was indicted for allegedly selling Collins drugs and preventing him from getting help. Despite the charges, Collins' mother says others should also be held accountable.
We understand that they have charged an inmate, but an inmate should not be the only person charged, that there should be criminal charges against others as well.
Collins' family, along with activists, say that they will not stop fighting for answers. Their attorney, Ben Crump, says a lawsuit will soon be filed. Taking a live look at the White House tonight, President Donald Trump has signed into law legislation funding the government through the end of September. His signature today ends the threat of a partial government shutdown. The bill largely keeps government funding at levels set during Joe Biden's presidency, though with changes. It trims non-defense spending by about $13 billion from the previous year and increases defense spending by about $6 billion. Georgia lawmakers are making an attempt to grab a chunk of Tennessee that they say rightly belongs to the Peach State. A resolution has passed a House committee at a time when such land grabs have become politically fashionable. 11Alive's Doug Richards has more on what some Georgians want and why.
From a road straddling the current state line in northwest Georgia, one can see the shimmering water of the Tennessee River, a resource Georgia cannot directly access to slake the thirst of its growing population.
And as a Georgian, I want everything that's entitled to Georgians.
That natural resource is the biggest reason Republican Martin Momtahan wants to form a state commission to work with Congress to move the state line northward ever so slightly enough to access the Tennessee River.
We know where it's supposed to be, it just ain't there today.
In 2013, we took a short walk to the west to see the marker in the woods that shows where the three state lines of Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee meet. Momtahan says in 1818, a surveying era put the marker here instead of at the 35th parallel, where he says Congress set the border originally.
And there's nothing to hold the other states accountable to work with us.
In a committee hearing, some Georgia lawmakers seemed a bit skeptical that Georgia could muscle the state line into what's now Tennessee's territory.
On the Tennessee side, and we think it's rather humorous.
The issue is that Tennessee likes the border just fine where it is. Then Governor Bill Haslam laughed it off when we asked him about it.
Well, we offered to trade them for the Braves or Stone Mountain, but they didn't. I'm teasing.
But Momtahan says the new president, who fancies new territory in Canada, Panama, and Greenland, lends credence to what he says is a legitimate turf battle.
So we're just going to set it where we need it to be set, where Congress want to be set. And look, we live in a new day.
The Tennessee border measure did not cross over, but it did pass a House committee, and it could pass the legislature this year or next. It's a long game for an issue that's been around for 207 years. At the Capitol, Doug Richards, 11Alive News.
Tonight, the daughter of civil rights icon and former U.S. Ambassador Andrew Young has died. Lisa Young Alston died last night, according to the Young family. In a statement, the family expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love and support from the community, and they asked for privacy as they deal with her loss. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens released a statement mourning Young Alston's passing and offering condolences to her family. It reads in part, Lisa will be remembered for her warmth, her strength, and kindness she extended to everyone she encountered. Lisa was 67 years old. A celebration of life will be announced at a later time. Well, heading off to college usually makes you think of high school seniors, but what if the older group of seniors in our state could further their education for free? We're verifying next. And we also keep an eye on the storms tonight. We're getting a first look at the damage left behind from last night's deadly tornado outbreak.
Frugal Kitchens is offering our lowest prices of the year, like this amazing kitchen with quartz and 9-foot cabinets installed for $19,995. That is 50% off retail price. Get a working kitchen in just 5 working days. Call now to schedule your free design session today.
Serious truck crash? You'll need serious truck cash. And that won't come easy unless you've got someone on your side who knows how to get it for you. Call the Strong Arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
An 18-wheeler's most precious cargo isn't what they're hauling. It's the multi-million-dollar insurance policy that's fiercely protected by the trucking company. Let us handle the fight for you. Our truck accident experts can get you the serious truck cash you deserve.
Call Attorney John Foy and Associates today.
You're invited. The Rooms to Go anniversary sale is going on now. So get ready to save big on beautiful furniture with interest-free financing until January 2030. Yes, 2030. Shop amazing styles, incredible room packages, all at great anniversary sale prices, plus special bonus buys. That's right, great sale prices and interest-free financing until January 2030. You get both. Come on. The Rooms to Go anniversary sale is going on now.
Top of the morning, Georgie. It's Matt, the leprechaun from Caladan Kia, your lucky charm on the road. This March, we've got deals so good you'll think you found the end of the rainbow. We have cars for everyone, 0%, payments as low as $199, and a huge selection of certified pre-owned Kias. Your luck will never run out with our million-mile promise, backed with our million-mile warranty. Don't miss your pot of gold and drive away happy with amazing deals at Caladan Kia. Are you ready? Let's go.
Why do so many people trust Frugal Kitchens? Because we offer free design, free delivery, and a working kitchen in just 5 working days. And this week, get this upgraded kitchen installed with granite or quartz for just $19,995.
Tonight, in a continued battle against DEI, the U.S. Department of Education has opened investigations into more than 50 schools for alleged racial preferences in education programs and activities. This includes Emory University for allegedly engaging in race exclusionary practices in their graduate programs. The department says most of the investigations are in response to allegations that the schools have violated the Civil Rights Act. This comes as the employees at the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights were laid off earlier this week. The Trump administration closed 7 of its 12 regional civil rights offices. However, the one in Atlanta is expected to stay open. The Office for Civil Rights, or OCR, aims to protect students by holding schools and colleges that receive federal funds accountable for combating anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, and discrimination against students with disabilities. Well, it is never too late to chase your dreams or to start over. We hear all the time about people working to learn more, to launch or advance a new career. But does your age play a role in the cost here in Georgia? Jennifer Bellamy verifies.
Most of us are familiar with scholarship programs for graduating high school seniors, but what about our more senior adults? Let's verify. Kimberly asks, can Georgia residents 62 years of age and older attend college at no charge for free? Our sources tonight are the University System of Georgia and the Georgia Student Finance Commission. Here's what we found. According to the University System of Georgia, at the system's 26 institutions, Georgia citizens who are 62 years of age and older are eligible for a tuition waiver according to state law, but there are some guidelines. You must be a Georgia resident and 62 or older at the time of registration and present a birth certificate or comparable document for eligibility. You must meet all USG and institution admission requirements, though schools may exercise discretion. All of the usual student and institutional records will be maintained, and you'll have to meet all USG, institution, and legislated degree requirements. So here's how it works. You can enroll as a regular or auditing student in courses offered for resident credit on a space available basis without payment except for supplies, laboratory, or shop fees. You may not enroll in dental, medical, veterinary, or law schools. And if you're interested, you'll need to contact the college or university for more information. So yes, we can verify Georgia does have a program for qualified residents 62 and older to attend college at no charge. With your Verify, I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
Well, you can find more information on the program on 11alive.com. Just click Verify under the News tab at the top of our homepage and look for this story. Well, at least 17 people are dead after an outbreak of deadly tornadoes tore through the Midwest and South last night. Many of these communities are now dealing with a second round of severe storms. Jen Sullivan has the details on the damage and storm threat that looms tonight.
Oh my God! Terrifying moments for two people in Rolla, Missouri, as a tornado surrounds their car, violently shaking it. This powerful storm system spawning at least 25 tornadoes across the Midwest and South overnight. At least 11 people were killed in Missouri.
Trees, just the amount of debris, number of overturned tractor trailers, cars pushed around.
One of the hardest hit areas was in Butler County, Missouri.
This was widespread in the different areas it hit, but the one mobile home park was the most casualties and people are injured.
Multiple homes and businesses damaged or destroyed in Villa Ridge, Missouri, about 40 miles southwest of St. Louis. Toppled trees covering homes and cars. Emergency crews saying it's been hard to rescue residents with all the debris blocking the roads.
There's multiple power lines down, and it's still a very dangerous situation.
Tornadoes carving out paths of destruction in Arkansas, where at least 3 people were killed as a result of the severe weather. In Stillwater, Oklahoma, fierce winds fueling these brush fires. State emergency management officials say they battled more than 130 wildfires across 44 counties Friday. The governor declaring a state of emergency in 12 counties.
The damage is unbelievable.
As the cleanup begins for these communities, many are still under the threat for another round of severe weather. The National Weather Service issuing a level 5 out of 5 warning for severe thunderstorms for portions of Mississippi and Alabama. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Much of that risk for them also going to be happening tonight, Danielle. Scary to see that these tornadoes for them happened overnight, and that is a part of the risk that we have here as well. The fact that weather is coming in overnight for us, people do have to be aware.
Exactly. A lot of people let their guards down and they just go to sleep normally, and you should not do that tonight. Tonight is the night where you need to have your shoes next to the bed, make sure that you are in a safe place before you doze off, because these storms will be arriving late into the overnight hours. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. There's some really strong storms that are moving through Alabama. Several tornado warnings and confirmed tornadoes that have happened in the last hour or so. As of right now, we are still mostly dry. There's a few isolated showers starting to pop up ahead of the front, and as of right now, they are behaving. Whenever we see those showers start ahead of the front, sometimes they are a little bit strong. Now, there is a tornado watch in effect for portions of northwest Georgia until 1 a.m. on Sunday. So we are not in this watch just yet in Metro Atlanta, but the Storm Prediction Center says says that they will be adding more counties to this watch later on. So don't let your guard down just yet. This is a live look at Georgia 400 and 285. The cloud cover, that's a good thing. We're not seeing sunny skies right now, and that's going to help with some of that daytime warning. Obviously, we are under a weather impact alert. This is for tonight until your Sunday morning. Strong winds and tornadoes are definitely possible, and we have seen this storm system produce just that. Even those people in Alabama right now, if they have not seen tornadoes, they have definitely seen high winds, and trees have been coming down. Several reports of downed trees and a little bit of flooding as well. There's also a flood watch in effect until Sunday morning for a very, very small portion of our counties in Northwest Georgia as well. And that's because they're going to be seeing that rainfall first. So because of that, you can see in Dalton, there's going to get around 2.5 inches, while here in Metro Atlanta over the next 24 hours or so, we're only get about 1/2 inch, but it's all going to come very fast. Most importantly, there is a wind advisory as well until tomorrow morning. Those winds are already very gusty. In fact, right now here in Atlanta, we have a 44-mile-an-hour wind gust. So definitely still going to be dealing with those wind gusts as we head into the overnight hours. Check out at 11 p.m. for a 41-mile-an-hour wind gust in Metro Atlanta, and it continues as that storm system pushes to the east. Those winds really won't be calming down until around lunchtime tomorrow. The high temperatures, I know it feels nice outside, a little bit muggy out there. That's going to fuel some of these storms as they come in. As we time it out, 2 a.m. here in Metro Atlanta, that's going to be our target time to see some of those strongest storms. That's when you'll really hear those winds starting to howl as they approach. And then around 3:30 a.m. over in East Georgia, that's going to be your target time to see those strong storms arriving. Now, we will be mostly dry as we head throughout the beginning of your Sunday. Sunday evening, there is a chance for some wraparound spotty showers, but for the most part, we will be dry. This is a great time now. Before the rainfall arrives, know where you are going to go. Have multiple ways to get warnings. Make sure you secure any objects that are going to be around, because now is the time to prepare and make sure that you are aware. Over the next 3 days, our temperatures will be fluctuating. Monday into the 60s, Tuesday back into the 70s, but we are tracking some more rainfall as well. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast for you. That weather impact alert until Sunday morning. We start to clear out for your Sunday afternoon, and those temperatures will be climbing once again. Temperatures are going to be very cool as you head through your Monday, getting back warmer as we head through midweek.
Well, to help you prepare for potentially dangerous weather headed our way, we will have around-the-clock weather coverage right here on 11Alive Plus. Our weather impact team will be streaming tonight beginning at 9 into Sunday morning as storms move through. Watch, stay informed, and stay safe with 11Alive Plus.
All right, y'all, we finally got ourselves an update in the Kirk Cousins saga. Will he stay? Will he go? I've got that answer and much more coming up next in sports.
If you find stuff you don't want backing up in places like this, your main problem is your main drain. And the cure for pain in the main drain is Barty. Call Barty and get things flowing today. 93 gets you back up free.
For comfort and care, Barty is there.
It only happens once a year. It's always fun. It's our signature sign and drive event. All you got to do is sign and drive with no money down and no payments for 90 days. Plus, at Beaver Toyota, you'll receive exclusive Beaver benefits with your new car. Benefits like no-charge oil changes and car washes. And yes, even complimentary loaner cars and a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's our annual Sign and Drive event. Now, this is the way car buying should be. Only at Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
My family and I wanted a fresh start, but we didn't want the hassle of selling our home. So I went to markspain.com and got a guaranteed offer.
With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and close in as little as 21 days. There are no showings, no open houses, no stress.
I skipped the cleaning and repairs and sold my home for more than I expected.
The guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today.
If you've hired a law firm and you don't know what's going on with your case, you might assume nothing is being done. Sadly, you might be right. When a law firm takes on more cases than it can handle, you don't get the service or the results you deserve. At Montlick Injury Attorneys, we give you a skilled attorney who's on top of your case from day one. If you're hurt, call #WIN now from your cell phone to speak with a Montlick Injury Attorney. That's #946. Get more money with Montlick.
Barty Home Services. From drains and fixtures to water heaters, our trusted expert plumbers handle it all. With 35 years of local expertise dedicated to providing you the best in plumbing services. Barty Plumbing, quality service, every home, every time.
For comfort and care, Barty is there.
Nobody I talked to for the first 4 or 5 days in Indianapolis believed Atlanta when they said we might keep him. Everybody expects him to hit the open market. By the end of the week, I did hear a whisper that maybe people are starting to think the Falcons aren't really bluffing. I still think the Falcons are bluffing. But I don't think it's fair to Kirk Cousins. More importantly for Atlanta, I don't think it's fair to Michael Penix.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Reggie Chapman with your sports. That was Athletics Falcons beat reporter Josh Kendall talking about what's next for Kirk Cousins on March 3rd. Fast forward to now, March 15th, Kirk Cousins still on the roster, and after today's 4 p.m. deadline, he's now guaranteed $10 million. This team doubling down on what they've said about being comfortable with him being the backup on this team, which is, of course, unless the right trade package becomes available. And while Kirk has reportedly said he'd like to go somewhere he can start, that $10 million of green is the bad St. Patrick's Day weekend gift. Switching gears to hoops, last night was really disappointing for the Hawks, who were historically bad versus the Clippers. After taking an 8-point lead into the halftime break, they scored a total of 8 points during the entire third frame of this game, their lowest scoring quarter since 2013. They started off the block 0 for 6, while the Clips shot 62% from the floor and turned Atlanta over 8 times in that one quarter. Head coach Quinn Snyder on what in the world went wrong in that quarter.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm. You know, we had some open looks from three, wide open. We had the ball at the rim, had some layups that danced around the rim and didn't go in. And then if that's happening, you can't turn the ball over. I think we had, that was as big as any part of the game plan. And we had 10 of them in that one quarter. We lost the game in that quarter. And then that quarter, obviously, for those reasons, against a team like that, it's hard to sustain your defense when they're scoring and then you're taken out of bounds. But even then, I thought we got some good stuff.
Thought they played well in the first half, second half, a different story. But before we go, it was a busy day at Westlake High School as Olympian Christian Coleman was back at his alma mater Saturday for the 6th annual Christian Coleman Invitational alongside Sha'Carri Richardson. This event featured nearly 40 high school teams and over 1,000 student athletes from across the area. The meet featured 7 defending state championship teams, and we also got a chance to catch up with Christian at the event. I've got sound from him coming up tonight for you on 11 o'clock. On 11Alive. I'll also have Braves highlights. We'll also talk about Atlanta United's match versus Inter Miami and much, much more. That's all coming up tonight at 11. But first, my news after commercial break.
My name is Tim Leith. I was sitting at a red light. Out of nowhere, I just got rear-ended. I reached out to Morgan & Morgan directly from the scene. It was incredibly simple to get the process started. I never actually had to physically set foot into Morgan & Morgan. You can literally do everything from your cell phone. I was able to get emails, text messages. Morgan & Morgan got my initial offer 10x'd. And I never even got a check. I just got a direct deposit into my bank account. It's so easy.
There's a lot to love about a new Subaru. You'll find yours at Troncalli Subaru on Highway 9 in Cumming. The Subaru A Lot to Love event is happening now. Enjoy 2.9% financing for 72 months on a new Subaru Outback. And we'll maintain the love with complimentary maintenance included. Shop us online for more great offers and get ready to love your new Subaru. Troncalli Subaru, where customers send their friends. On Highway 9 in Cumming and online at TroncalliSubaru.com.
When we say your project begins with me, it means each of us and our team of experts are fully invested in the success of every project. It means we are all committed to our customers' complete satisfaction.
Now for a limited time, get 20% off your entire home project on windows, roofing, or siding at Pinnacle Home Improvements. Hurry and take advantage of this limited time offer. Get 20% off your entire project.
At Interactive College of Technology, you get more than a career-focused education. You'll get admissions help and financial planning support from day one. Teachers that care about you. You get academic advisors. And there's career assistance coordinators that help you find interviews when you graduate or anytime after. At ICT, we will stand by you to help you get the future you want. So, Visit ict.edu to set up a free tour today.
All right, we have strong storms on the way in. Here's a look at your weather impact alert. Make sure you are prepared overnight tonight into tomorrow. High winds and tornadoes are possible. Those storms are moving through Alabama right now, and they could pack a powerful punch as they arrive.
Don't forget, you guys, that we are going to be having around-the-clock coverage right here on 11Alive Plus. Our weather impact team will be streaming tonight beginning at 9 into Sunday morning as these storms roll through. Watch, stay informed, and of course stay safe with 11Alive Plus. Our team here is on top of it. They are going to make sure that you guys are informed and of course that all of us are safe. They have been tracking it since yesterday, making sure that we're all ready.
Yes, and we are definitely prepared. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb is on the way in, so we're going to be fully staffed.
Yes, we're going to be ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching us here at 6. In the News is next. We want to thank you guys. We'll be on 11 Alive on TV and on 11 Alive Plus at 11 o'clock. We'll see you guys later.